Welcome to my latest campaign in MENACE. Unlike the first campaign, this one will be fully voiced, and I'm going to try my best at explaining the moves I'm making, the decisions I'm taking, and maybe to explain some of the basic game mechanics. I'm also planning to have a separate series that will focus on tactics, equipment, units, and so on. I hope you enjoy it. So, let's get into it. We are starting a new game. Normal difficulty, random seed, not Iron Man.
Straight into detect. Straight detect. Straight into detect.
If he is all we have left, then he is all we have left. Bring him in. Major, I am First Lieutenant Hayflick, Lead Intelligence Officer for the Wayback Mission. To be blunt, the Impetus suffered a straightening accident coming out of the gate. Survivors are in the minority. You, Major, are now the acting commander for the mission. A seltzer and easing tablet are on the table if you need it.
I was expecting a General Crozier. But your little secretary has already informed me you experienced a bit of a hiccup coming through the warp. The entire command staff killed, was it? Condolences. But as terrible as your losses might be, I wish to remind you that your residence here did not come cheap for me either. Your expense has been in lives, mine in political capital. About time you core welders almost made even on your trades. If I may give you one recommendation, TCR Marine, do try and make good with the neighborhood. But while you learn to dance with these factions and fools, be sure not to step on too many toes. We are not your beloved core worlds. There are only so many mistakes one can make in a system, absent of second chances. But, you know, welcome to the Wayback. End of line.
Apologies, Major. The comms team is new and was unaware of alert procedures before patching someone through. However, that was indeed Field Marshal Zama, leader of the planetary Jingwei. We are not to interfere with their operations. More on the relationship between the core worlds and the Wayback can be found in the Impedia. For now, let's get you acquainted with the strategic map.
So here we are. This is where we pick our first 4 squad leaders. Let's go through them. Barbie is Reese. She's pretty much a superstar. She has covered ops, which is giving her much better camo value. She has ambush, which allows her to do more damage when attacking from stealth. A range upgrade. Commando, which is a bit like the lone wolf in Battle Brothers, meaning if you are far enough away from the rest of your team, then you get a massive bonus, and a lot of other very, very useful abilities. The only drawback with her is, because she's so good, you will start to rely a bit too much on her. And this is probably the reason why we are not going to pick her right now, and we'll go with a more mediocre team, so to speak.
Orders?
Then there's Lim, 2 stars. He's a very solid all-rounder with a couple of abilities that make him very well suited as frontman. Return of Serve, very underrated in my opinion, allows you to toss back grenades. Point fire, which is useful if you're constantly on the move. My favorite, Counter-Strike, meaning his squad will fire back when they're getting attacked, but only once per round. And a couple of other things that are very good, like Berserk, Blaze of Glory. Only problem with Blaze of Glory is that it's a one-use ability. Otherwise, he has solid stats, and he will be one of our picks in this round.
Sir.
Pike is a force multiplier. He has several abilities that will help the team and will make everyone around him better. There is, for example, Inspiring Presence, which is going to give you more accuracy. He can mark targets. He can also serve as a pretty good frontline unit, thanks to Determine and Fortify, which is going to help with suppression and with cover. And if you build his squad entirely as a rifle squad, you can use Firing Line. If you find a really good weapon, then it allows for an extra attack per round. Yeah, Pike is a solid all-round pick, and I think we are going to take him. Then there's Borg. Borg's main problem are his relatively bad stats and attributes, like his agility only gives him 90 action points, his accuracy and discipline are okay at best, but he has a couple of very interesting uses. That is, for example, recycled parts, and with that you can reduce the supply cost of a vehicle chassis, and that allows you to bring some expensive chassis, like a tank for example, at a much lower cost. So what I did in the past was take these reduction abilities and use him as a backline fire support at a relatively low cost. And then you can combine it with fragmentation, and you can use the mortar that you will later find. And all in all, despite these rather problematic stats, he's still a unit that can be built up into a very, very effective support unit. Reaver is a lot more solid than Borg. Better stats, higher attributes, 100 action points. She's very good in an aggressive role. Pretty much everything about her, including her unique skill, is about destroying other units. And this is supported with things like Tank Buster, Unbreakable, 2 Shreds, and so on. And she even has Berserk, just like Lim. So when she's on a run, she can really do some serious damage.
Sir?
Kara is very underrated in my opinion. A lot of hate about her on the forums and the Discord, but when you look at her a little bit closer, you find out that not only she has very high growth potential, but that she's an excellent heavy weapon squad leader, which is thanks to share the load, and she can call out targets. Combined with steady gun, with tank buster. In my opinion, if you find a really good support weapon, like the heavy rocket launcher, for example, giving it to Carter can make quite a difference.
Let's get it!
Tech, he's a heavy, so to speak. But at second glance, he does not really have skills that help him in the frontline function. For example, when you compare it to Pike, Pike has Fortify.
Let's get it!
Does not have Fortify, and he also doesn't have any other skills that really help him in the frontline function. With one exception, he is determined. There's one reason, however, why you can still use him in heavy armor as a front unit. That is, you can see here, his very high toughness value, which gives his squad 25% damage reduction, which is the highest of all of them. Long Bomb is also a very interesting skill, allowing you to toss grenades over a much greater distance than standard units. And there might even be a niche build with Die Hard to find a really heavy personal armor. Then you could probably create a small squad, have him as last surviving member, and he will be pretty difficult to bring down with minus 90%. But you, of course, need to find the right armor for him. Otherwise, his unique ability is that he can use some of the heavy weapons without deploying them, and that can be quite useful when you are on the move and don't have the action points to deploy a gun. So all in all, it should be taken, but we'll take Carter.
Why would I try and cut? I ain't running from no one.
We might be able to recruit Carter later. And the third guy,
Major.
Elias, he's pretty much the best of the pilots that you have available in the initial pick, but he's very expensive to deploy. Probably worth it in the end. He has multiple abilities that will help him with armor penetration. He has Dash, which in combination with Expert Pilot can help him quickly reposition and get into a flanking spot, for example. And a couple of other interesting things like drive-by, shield wall, and so on. But because he's so expensive, he's Reaper for now. If we get him later, we will see. So, that would be our beginning team. Lim, Pike, Riva, and Tech. This is a bit unusual, because most people love to take Darby, love to take Carter, but as I said before, we don't want to lean too heavily on the Darby this time, and maybe not having a total superstar like she is might help us in explaining the core mechanics without putting the emphasis on a single unit. So, apart from that, yeah, 4 selections, and we hit confirm. Now we are at the galaxy map, or rather sector map, so to speak. We're in a system, several planets, and we can see from here what we have available. The different factions. Backbone are these, well, heavy industrial whatever guys. Rise of the Gods, they are a bit more roguish, more of a criminal cartel. And the Feature Corp, which are pretty much your tech pros. All of them will later, depending on the trust level, fill out the empty spots down here with various abilities that you can get. We have 2 emails. which explains some of the basics.
The black market is run by a man simply known as Manadar the Monitor. You make an agreement, and he arranges the pickups. Ordinarily, it would be unacceptable for a TCR vassal to conduct such business, but given the state of the Impetus, we will have to bend some rules to survive. Of what use is a law if following it leaves no one alive to follow it, right? Strangely enough, Intel has been completely unable to locate the Monitor's actual position, though it may be the case that someone in the Wayback knows.
Yeah, this here pretty much explains why there is no currency in the Wayback and why we have to barter for new items on the black market with items of our own.
Major, Intel has something for you. Service is always an act of valor, Major.
And this here explains how to get new squad leaders, which is by buying the Intel dossiers in the black market. And then a random one is going to pop up. You can hire him for discipline points. So much for the system map. Next we go to the OCI. This is our ship, and as you can see, it's badly damaged after the failed warp jump. Our med bay is damaged, and we have no other modules installed at the moment. What I usually do is that I'm going for the outreach office, because it will help you to replace losses, which you can see here, the number of your squaddies. And later on, go for a medical bay, which can help you take fuel losses and rescue some of the downed marines. And afterwards, armament, for example. These are two of the standard abilities, which we are pretty much bringing with ourselves already. And we can get a lot of other abilities once we unlock higher relations with the various factions. So here's an overview of our squads. As you can see, these are the ones we hired. Reva is currently grayed out because she does not have a vehicle, which we can fix by assigning her our troop carrier and arming it with the only weapon that we have available at the moment, which is a medium machine gun. The others, what is very important, is that you need to fill up your squads, especially if you intend to use them as frontline units. A frontline unit should ideally always have 6 to 8 marines. They are pretty much your hit point buffer, and the squad leader will always be the last guy to stay alive. So once all of them are dead, he will be the final guy to go down. We do the same with everyone else. So the next question is, as you can see, infantry weapons, we only have the standard carbines at the moment. We have no armor of any kind, but we have 2 specials. That is a medium machine gun and a rocket launcher. And I'm planning to give the medium machine gun to Tech. The reason for that is his special ability allows him to fire this thing from the hip, and he does not have to deploy. That can be quite useful if he needs to suppress hostile units while on the move. And the rocket launcher will go to Pike, simply because his accuracy is a little bit better than that of him. The only other things we have are a couple of spare magazine accessories. we won't really need them in the first missions, but we can give one of these to them. We have no promotion points, meaning that we cannot use any of this so far. Next, we check out the black market. We only have 20 points in barter material, so we cannot buy any of it. There are a couple of interesting things here. For example, the shotgun. Shotguns are still quite rare in the game, and the Stonecat is a very good weapon, especially because of the huge accuracy modifier. Here's an SMG, for example. Here's one type of assault rifle, another one, the K-Pack, which is pretty much the standard rifle that I'm usually aiming for. Here's a heavier one, KR bar, which is a battle rifle. And here's another type of SMG. An infantry special, a grenade launcher. This one is very good because grenades, especially in the early game, do a lot of damage. As long as you're facing hostiles that have not too much armor. Here's a type of armor. Here's a load-bearing rig, which is going to expand your infantry slots. And a whole lot of various accessories. From grenades to various spotting drones, smoke, sidearms, higher ammo, and so on. And various vehicles, a light walker, vehicle accessories, vehicle guns, and the rare items, which I would not recommend buying at the highly increased price. You have a couple of interesting things here, like the rotary machine gun, the armor-piercing ammo, and the target designator. Okay. Hiring. As soon as we buy dossiers on the black market, potential hires are going to show up here in this section of the user interface, and we can use our authority to hire them, which will go down by I think 30 points every time you hire someone. So back to the system map, and we will decide where we are going to take our first mission. Dice of the Gods is a nice planet. The mission against alien wildlife will still be available for 4 rounds, while pirate missions on Mock and on Backbone will only be around for 2 more rounds, so we have to decide what to take here. We are going for the Backbone mostly, well, for no special reason at the moment. The one thing that I really want early is, for example, the Fixer, which is a ship upgrade. The Fixer will allow us to get better prices on the black market. The Fixer comes from Dice of the Gods, from the faction that is located here. But since we have more time for the mission, we will begin with one of these. So, Backbone is a temperate world, a lot like Earth, and we will have to face the space pirates. And we begin the operation. So, this is the operation screen. As you can see, we are in orbit. Looks very nice with the animated clouds and everything. And this here is the operation tree. So, the operation always begins down here, and you work through the various missions until you get to the final one. Stop exhaustion, save civilians by destroying all the attacking enemies. Rewards is more trust with the local faction. And afterwards we can pick one of these. It's always important to check what kind of reward you get from doing a mission. For example, here you gain a random pirate faction item. Here we get 2 militia detachments to help us in the final mission. And here we gain a random explosive item. We'll first do this one, and afterwards we select what to go for. This is the planning screen. As you can see, Reba is currently not checked, so she wouldn't be part of the strike force. We will add her. And down here we have our supply number. Supply is pretty much how many units you can bring to a mission. The more weapons, the more armor, the more people you want to drop, the more expensive everything gets. And you have to stay within the drop limit. Since we do not have any intel equipment on our ship yet, they're all just potential contacts, and they can be civilians, they can be pirates, all kinds of stuff. It's very unlikely that these here are pirates, because it is, as you can see here, a rescue mission. But these will most likely be civilians. Pirates usually come from the edge of the screen, so these here, the unidentified ones, they are most likely pirate units. So what we are going to do is ensuring that we place all our units relatively close to each other so that they can support each other if one unit gets into trouble. And it will be very important that we always stay in cover, because we are pretty much completely unarmored, meaning that getting hit will be probably a kill, or at least a lot of damage to each of our guys every time. And let's dive in.
Who's gonna catch these hands?
The shuttle is leaving. And as you can see, this here is mission map, most of it being unexplored at the moment. A really important thing is that the mid to late game you want at least 2 capable scouting units, so that you can always first spot and first shoot at any enemy that is covered. At the moment we don't have any reliable scouts, so we will have to advance in the battle line and try to draw hostile fire on Reva, because the early pirates will not have many options to take care of the troop carrier, which has a lot of armor. We're sending tech right up this way.
Sir!
We do not want to split too much, like separately going over there, but we want to keep the bulk of our forces together. And as you can see, always try to end the turn behind some kind of cover, even if we have not made contact yet. Here are the civilians. The civilians luckily are relatively smart. They will try to get away from the pirates. They will probably spawn around here somewhere. and we'll try to get behind the Marines, probably to this area where they are hopefully safe. So we'll attack Take Point, because infantry, as you can see here, has better vision range than Reba in her APC.
What?
So we are advancing a bit.
Sir.
And now we have to make sure that the rest of our forces will keep up. We are moving Pike forward.
No time. Going.
Then Lim. The civilians keep running away. So no contact yet on this side. We'll keep tech here for now.
Ready, Major.
Advance Lim into the wood, where he has cover to every side.
Movement.
And we made contact. So this is your typical pirate truck. These are relatively heavily armored, but you can still get through with a couple of lucky hits and maybe damage the passengers. And as you can see, full of pirates. These are the standard Rebel, which are equipped with long-range guns, but next to no armor. You can also see on the small eye symbol here that we can see them, but they have not spotted us yet. These guys are not firing at us. Back there, probably pirates shooting at a squad of civilians. So, when we hover the mouse over our main weapon, we can see its range. And then we have to calculate if we could take a shot at the pirate truck if we advance up to here. Not quite. One more. The question is if the trees will block us. No, they don't. And we're hitting the side armor. So this did next to nothing. Only shaved off a little bit of armor from the truck. Since they are moving into this direction and the gunfire was also coming from here, we will now move tech over to the right side and prepare a couple of positions here.
Who, sir? Seeking cover.
Yeah, this was a little bit of a mistake, because we cannot run over friendlies, so we hope they are going to move away next turn. Alright, we're going to move tech next to Pike, and here's Bishop. These are pirate scavengers. They have a little bit more armor, the ones who were riding the truck earlier. They are armed with assault rifles. And as you can see here, this guy has a rocket launcher. So they are better equipped and more dangerous than our guys. Which means it's important that we spot them first and that we have better cover. Cover is fine, we are still out of range, but we are also out of their range, which you can see when you hover over them, and the red outline will show you if they can target you. We will keep tech in this position and use the deploy skill. And deploy means that they are going to kneel down, take improved cover, and also get better accuracy. They are moving away. Now we know that they are there from the question mark, but not exactly where they went, so this was the last time we saw them, which is indicated here. We are moving Pike forward. And also deploy him. Guys, you're going into the wrong direction. Yeah. Usually civilians are relatively smart and are trying to get away from trouble, but it's not guaranteed. So we are going to move Lim over there, but the solar panels are not giving us good cover. So this is a little bit risky, but we need to know where the hostiles are. So we made contact. It would be great if we could get Reva's APC into a position to open fire, but civilians here are blocking our path. We will have to waste our action points going down here, and then we won't have enough left to open fire. We also wouldn't be in range. No, don't go north, guys. It's dangerous up there. Okay, it looks like they don't want to come into our direction, so we have to move up.
Slime the cover. Yo, they strapped.
I also set it in the game options that when a unit is deployed, that they automatically get up when I give them a move order. You can put this on a toggle if you want it to happen automatically, or if you want to always manually switch between standing up and deploying. So Tech made contact with 1, 2, 3 squads. He's in relatively good cover. We'll keep him there.
Sir.
The Pike is a little bit more tricky because I don't want them to advance all the way, since they would be caught in the open around here. So we'll use Pike for a flanking maneuver.
We're moving. Flanking! No time.
Next round I want Reva to advance and hopefully make first contact, which is why we leave Lim here, because if we move him over there, he would most likely draw the fire off. every pirate squad up there. What we can do is move him behind the building here. And he can actually take a few shots from there. You can see it in the overlay on the right side, our chance to hit. If the weapon we are using has a chance to penetrate the armor, and the suppression effect. So we will open fire. And this caused some suppression damage, as you can see in the yellow bar. And it turned into a question mark, which meant that they are probably covering behind the wall here. As soon as they take cover, they get, I think, 1 extra point of cover, which can break a line of sight. Okay, the new round has begun, and we want to get Reva into range, which is a bit difficult here because she's boxed in by our squads. So we will first move Lim away. Now it's the pirate's turn.
What?
And now we can get her up there.
On duty.
Unfortunately not close enough yet to open fire. As you can see with the action points, we need 40, but she's down to 28 after this move. And we make sure that the frontal armor is always facing towards the enemy. So Tech could advance here, but it's the same problem that we had earlier. If he goes here, then he will most likely come under heavy fire and take a lot of losses. His machine gun is not in range, and the carbine also has a range of 8, just like the machine gun, so he cannot hit anything. We deploy him for better cover and accuracy, and stay here for now.
Who, sir?
So Pike has not been spotted yet, as you can see here is the eye symbol, and we are going to, it's a difficult decision because this here does not really offer much cover, as you can see with the shield symbols. We could get him over here or go all the way forward, which would be very risky. We advance one field and decide to stay in the better cover and also deploy. And the pirates are advancing. Now they have spotted him, as you see. The eye symbol has gone away, but we have them in range of his squad weapons for the next round. So, because they came down all the way, they are now in the range of Reva's medium machine gun, which is going to open fire.
Why so hostile?
And they are already getting suppressed. And if we fire another time, they are completely pinned,
Dogs.
which means they cannot do anything until the suppression has gone down. So we let her stay there. Civilians have finally decided to go into the right direction.
All right.
Tech has two options now. Either open fire with the regular carbine, which will hopefully inflict more losses, or open fire with the squad weapon, which would add more suppression. As you can see, squad weapons, especially machine guns. They have a pretty high accuracy, a negative accuracy modifier. So they are mostly good to suppress hostile squads, but not so good at inflicting damage. Since they are already completely suppressed, we will decide to use the carbines.
Yo, they hiding! Now, they got cover!
That was not that good, but at least it keeps them pinned. Civilians are
Sir,
doing the right thing for now. And now it's Pike's turn. And Pike, his squad, they have a much better line of sight. As you can see, cover is directional, and while the pirates are in good cover thanks to the war against Tech and Reva, they are completely open towards the south and to Pike's team. So let's see what happens. They took some losses. And the red bar, the HP bar, went further down, meaning we got some hits in.
about time. Repositioning.
Lim and his guys are moving one field forward and are now also in range. And we will deploy them, give them an accuracy bonus, then have them open fire.
What?
Didn't do much, but yeah, keeps them pinned. We are going to move one field forward with Reva. Use her to check a bit for pirates, but as I said, she's not ideal at this because of the significantly shorter vision range. And we will risk another field.
Let me have them.
It wouldn't make sense to fire another time with the
Break out!
APC's machine gun at these guys, because they're already in pretty bad shape and suppressed, and we can save the ammo for the other targets. So we can use tech to move him behind the APC, and now he spotted another pirate squad, and we still have 40 action points. This is a typical situation where tech can shine, because we want to use our infantry special to suppress or even pin them, and usually you would have to deploy the squad to use the machine gun, but thanks to his special ability he does not have to deploy. If he had to deploy, he wouldn't be able to fire because we are down to 40 points. So, but thanks to his ability, we can open fire and we will try to suppress them as much as we can. And they are suppressed. And even pinned. The cover of the APC is holding.
Sir,
The Pike is going to open fire.
advance opportunity.
And in the next round we should be able... Next round of fire, I mean. We should be able to take them out.
Very
And
good.
they're gone.
Fuck them up.
Reva is happy about it.
About time.
So, Lim's turn. He's out of range of pretty much everything. We have to move him forward. And I can contribute some suppressive fire in this direction. Civilians keep running. And we will use medium machine gun on Reva to suppress the other squad behind here.
Someone else look!
Just one time, but 2 times, so they are pinned too. The reason we want to pin them is, as you saw 2 rounds ago, they already tried to fire the RPG at our personal carrier. Luckily they missed, but we don't want to take any more chances. We could move up here, but that would mean that the text team is without cover. As you can see, these guys are already starting to recover from suppression. So we leave her in this position.
Oh yeah!
We could have tech advance a little bit, but I think it's better to just keep firing. One attack with the machine gun and then followed up by one attack with the standard carbine.
Joe, they hide it!
And they won't be able to do much for now.
Sir,
So Pike now definitely has to move up. We don't know what's over here, so it is a little bit risky. But we are going to take our
on
chances.
task.
And this spot's going up high. They open fire on us.
We are in contact.
Luckily the cover is good enough. We also want to bring him a bit closer and get him behind the wall. Take another shot at the pirates. The 3-man team up here is a typical weapon squad. So squads focused on a certain weapon are always smaller, and as you can see they have a flamethrower. We definitely do not want these guys to get into firing range. The flamethrower is extremely dangerous to us because none of our guys are wearing armor. That would be good to suppress them. We will try to buy the naval artillery. We still have enough ammunition for 7 attacks. And the flamethrower team is in range and in pretty light cover. Let's try. They lost a guy and the others are probably wounded. Let's use the second attack. Maybe I'll just pin them.
Drinking ain't easy!
As you can see, machine gun attacks also bleed a bit into the neighboring fields. So the target of course takes most of the suppression, but fields next to them can also take a little bit of suppression. So it's Tech's turn again. We will move him up here. And have him use the machine gun again. Keep them hit.
I don't deserve this!
This will be a little bit risky. We will keep Pike back there. First open fire on the flamethrower squad. But before we do it, we have this squad deploy. We get better accuracy. Now fire the flamethrower guns.
Run!
We took out one more. And the final guy is already pinned. Let's try to pin him. No, not
It's
quite.
confirmed.
So Lim can contribute from down here.
Keep it up, Marine.
And so much for the
Better
flamethrower.
shape up, Marine. Hoorah!
Second attack goes into the squad.
Keep it up!
What?
We rework it up. It is a pirate outcast. We cannot really do much to our APC. That will help keep the
We
squad
come in
corner kill.
peace!
Then use a regular attack against these guys. And move up one field.
Sir,
Since everybody here is pinned, we can try to get Pike and his people a bit closer.
about time.
And we do the same here with Lim.
Now break out!
Maybe we should have shot at these guys first, but yeah. All three of them are still pinned, so we should be able to flank them.
What?
It's Raven's turn again. Now she's completely flanked them. As you can see, the squads are reacting when they are getting flanked by moving into the direction and they're just scared of the biggest threat. Take these guys out.
fucking talking about!
These guys.
Major, keep your eyes on this Marine.
Pike is proud of her. Lim is taking some fire from these guys. They were lucky to not take a loss now.
Orders! Sir, let's get it!
That will keep them
Let
pinned.
it go!
Then move up. And we uncovered another squad.
Quit resisting! Sir,
Pike also moves up. And takes a shot at the discovered target.
engaged! Move it,
Lim
Marines!
gets his guys into the cover of the APC. He still has enough points to go down and deploy. That will be fine.
Engaging hostile!
So, Reva is almost out of ammunition for her medium machine gun. We will use our final shot to kill these guys.
Not having a good time!
We could either move up, try to get her into a position where she can run them over, or stay here and provide cover for Lim. Since they are pinned, we will go with the riskier move and move up.
Yeah.
Tech will now try to always impress them. Well done. Normal fire against the close squad. And he can even get a little closer.
Sir! Move
Pike
out!
will try to get into the back. And they open fire. And as you can see, they
Contact.
immediately took damage because they have almost no cover in this direction.
Get to cover!
Lim goes a bit closer here. And the cover is still very good, but he's definitely helping to keep them suppressed. So now we can position Raven next to them. we won't have enough action points to run them over. We'll prepare to do so next round.
Oh yeah!
Technically, we have to
Get back to the ships! Sir,
Rosia's staff would be proud of you, Major.
So, this also fulfilled the mission, but we will take an extra turn to also take these guns out. Maybe that helps with the drops we get. Pike is in range somewhere. There's a lot of cover between his squad and them. So, and Reba is going to try and run them over. As you can see here, when you park a vehicle next to a hostile squad, there's a new icon down here, plow through. You can do that. And then do that again. And that took out the squad. And that was it. All objectives fulfilled, and we leave the mission. What did we get? More trust. Civilian supplies as a reward. And a couple of items from the pirate faction. Here you can see the hits we took, kills, damage we inflicted and so on. If we had taken losses, there would be additional info down here showing the names of the squad members. Also, if squads were downed and had been rescued by the medical bay, then that would also be provided down here. But since we didn't take a single loss, it was empty for now. So, we could check the black market now because we have a little bit of stuff to sell. I really would love to get the grenade launcher, but we don't have 200. We could buy the shotgun though. Yeah, why not? So we trade the civilian supplies in return, a bundled grenade and one of the garbage grenades. Scrap bomb to be precise. Now we decide what to take next. This here means a random pirate faction item. That could be anything. It could be a squad support weapon, but it could also just be a grenade. The militia detachments are nice to have in the final mission because it can help to protect our own guys, but we would rather have more equipment. And this here could be a random explosive item, usually of a higher quality than what we get from the pirates. So let's go and try and take out the bomb maker. And as you can see here, we have 3 objectives that we need to destroy and then get all of our guys into the evacuation zone. So we have a couple of new toys now. Lim will most likely become our frontline guy, so we give him the shotgun. The problem is, of course, that he cannot really advance effectively yet, since his squad does not have armor yet. We can also use our first promotion points maybe on him. And since he will be taking point a lot, we will give him Scout to help with that.
Service is always an act of valor.
Pike, we could give Pike the Pirate Assault Rifle. So at first glance, I mean, it's pretty garbage, but it's very good at suppressing other units. It has a higher rate of fire than the carbine, a little less armor penetration and armor damage, but nothing dramatic. And it does a lot more suppression, as you can see. So let's give him that. Maybe even an additional magazine. And tech pretty much stays the same. So yeah, in these missions, when you have split objectives on the left side and on the right side, it's always very tempting to split your squad and do everything at once. But that can be pretty risky, especially in the early game when you have very poor equipment. But we're still going to do it, but with a twist. We're going to have all our infantry on this side and use Lim with his newly found recon skill as point man to go north. And on the other side we have Reba, who should be able, with calculated risk, to get into range of the destroy objective, take it out, and then rejoin the rest of the team. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's begin.
Dropping in here with a bunch of pencil neck motherfuckers.
Yeah, as you can see, on second thought, I think that my plan would probably backfire pretty badly, because we simply need Reba's heavier firepower to avoid getting pinned down. So we are going to move back to the infantry
Where these motherfuckers at?
and have Lim with his new scouting skill go ahead. It might also have been a mistake to give him the shotgun that early.
Who, sir?
What?
We have Reba catch up with the rest of the team.
Yeah. Orders.
TCRs.
And have Lim move further ahead.
Aye.
Keep Tech one step back.
Who, sir? Yeah.
Pike on the flank. And we will integrate Reba directly into the whole platoon and make sure that when we have contact, that she can bring her medium machine gun to bear.
Sir.
Pike is staying on the flank for now,
About time.
and Lim is going to try to advance into the woods. And here's our first target. So this is why I said that bringing the shotgun so early was probably a mistake. He has no way to really target that squad.
What? Other kutade.
But Reva can.
Kuta!
Keep in mind though, these are heavy boarding commandos, as you can see, with a 75 value in armor, so they are not going to be very impressed by anything that we have. Tech is moving up.
Sir.
And Pike is going to open fire from maximum distance to try and bring at least a little bit of
Can't get them
suppression.
from here.
About time.
Keep in mind that boarding commandos, they can counter-attack. So if Lim advances here into the woods to get into shotgun range, he's going to take immediate counter-fire from the SMGs that these guys are equipped with. And SMG fire on an unarmored target is going to go very, very badly for us.
About time.
So we let him sit out the rest of the round.
What?
And we use Reva again to take the counter-attack and inflict even more suppression on them.
What are you gonna do?
I expect them to fall back, but they're advancing, which is good for us. Because now we will have attack deploy for better accuracy and put more suppression on them, and then use the regular attack. And now we have them pinned.
Deflected.
Pike is also going to deploy, provide fire support.
Deflected.
As you can see, they are pinned down
Deflected.
and cannot really do anything. Now we are advancing. And we'll use the shotguns to hopefully destroy the armor. They're already starting to take some pretty good losses.
Suddenly sucks.
We have Reva fire one more time, and she wipes the squad.
I can kill from anywhere.
All right.
And we're advancing again.
About time. Taking cover.
What?
Orders. Repositioning.
Yeah, using Lim because of the scouting ability.
What? Acknowledged.
We have Reva follow up in support. We are keeping the squad together.
Who, sir?
What?
Orders.
So another contact up there.
What?
On it. Who, sir?
advancing that quickly is a little bit risky, but we have pretty good cover in the settlement here, so we can take that risk at a more or less within a reasonable range.
Armor detail on duty.
Okay, we park.
We got
Oh,
visual.
yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to say we parked Reba in front, and then it was the pirates round, and they counter-advanced. And we cannot let them act next round, because it would mean that they are going to toss their bundled grenades on her APC. We don't want that. So, Tech will try to suppress them.
Drinking ain't easy.
He even got a pin. Then use the regular attack
They hide it.
to add a bit more suppression.
Bump into cover.
And they are completely open to Pike's squad.
Engaged.
Wasn't as much as I thought.
This is
They are
real.
fully suppressed now.
About time.
Now we can have Lim move ahead. And at this range the shotguns should be deadly. Yeah. Absolutely.
Leave some for me. What?
So we have to destroy the communication tower, but I'm not going to waste any of her ammunition on it. We leave that for the squads. Have Tech move over.
What's up?
We will take it out next round with Pike's rocket launcher. He's deploying already for it.
About time. On our
We're
way.
advancing with Lim and hopefully get line of sight here. We do.
What?
So he's going to suppress or even pin them. And advance a bit. It's a little bit risky what I just did here, because they might still be able to get a grenade bundle out next round.
Yeah.
But we should be able to use tech to completely pin them.
Sir.
So, Pike's turn to take out the objective.
New traversal acquired.
Well done.
About time.
We bring the limb
Get
up,
cover.
get him a bit closer for more efficiency on the shotguns. Yeah, the cover is still helping them, but we can't really do much now.
Orders.
Sir. All right.
Keep them pinned. Tech can take out the squad.
Hey, no.
Not too
stop.
bad.
What?
And to try to run them down and save on ammunition.
I can kill from anywhere.
Major, keep your eyes on this Marine. Get to cover.
Huh? Reba finished them. And we immediately follow up.
About time.
The final target is over here.
Move it, Marines.
Oh, we are getting flanked.
Enemy spotted.
Yeah, we have to deal with them, otherwise they would get into our sides, and that would not be good.
Aye. Taking defense.
Advancing.
Sir. Move out.
Pike should be able to get line of sight. Yes. We are
Contact.
keeping them pinned and we'll take them out next round.
About time.
In the meantime, Lim can advance a bit here.
Movement.
What?
Orders.
Sir.
Let's see if Pike can take out the squad. Deploy him. Yeah, the boost in accuracy allowed us to finish them off.
Sitrep. Scavengers.
Oh, come on, really?
Let's hook 'em.
They're hiding in the forest back there.
What?
So,
Orders. Yeah.
here's a little bit of a difficult situation. We will blind fire with Tech's machine gun. Hopefully pin them.
What?
At the same time, Reba is going to advance to the final target.
About time. About time.
And Lynn will be on her southern flank in support. We take cover here by deploying. Oh, that's also bad.
Enemy spotted.
It's that chain gunner team up there. They cannot really hurt the APC unless we let them fire at us for multiple rounds. And she should be able to take them out in one attack. Not quite. We also have to split the fire down there so that Lim can get closer. Even more pirates.
Movement.
That might be tricky now. So, that was the rest of the machine gun ammo that we had.
Make it a play.
We will have Tech move ahead to support.
Sir.
And Pike has to go into the forest to clean out the rear area, because I don't want these guys behind us.
About time.
Lim has to take this move to get into firing range. Okay, they're taking some heavy damage.
What? They Gowan dogs.
Good shit.
At this range, the medium machine gun that she has is absolutely deadly. Tech is moving up.
Bump it.
Gotta make sure we have enough action points for one final attack. We'll hopefully be able to take out the squad.
Not cool.
Nope,
Sir.
Pike is still busy cleaning the rear. There they are.
Are we still in this?
Okay, we should be good here. They are pinned and they already took a lot of damage.
About time.
Nice! Rip them apart!
I do what I can.
So we keep him in cover here because I want Raver to first make contact with the final target.
What?
Orders!
Sir.
Yeah.
God dang!
What? Engines engaged.
Sir.
Best of the best.
Semper Fi!
And get to the evacuation area.
About time.
Now Lim can follow up.
We got
Use the
visual.
APC as cover. Now we have line of sight to not one but two more squads. Okay, move further ahead.
What?
We have enough action points for one attack, so we have to check which of them have a rocket launcher. These guys don't. And these are just pirate outcasts. Okay, so we open fire on the bomb maker first, because he's the mission target and probably also the more dangerous squad.
Major, C2 is strong.
Oh, okay.
This soldier's very combat
Was-
effective.
That worked well.
Making me run everywhere.
Attack is going to advance. Next
Sir.
round we should hopefully take out the final squad and then be able to retreat.
About time. About time. Eyes up!
There's another squad up here. Flamethrower team. These are extremely dangerous. We cannot allow them to get into our range.
Keep it up, Marine. Medals don't earn themselves.
So we will
Better
fall
shape
back.
up, Marine.
Hoorah!
Get Rave up to the north. Give cover against the flamethrower.
Aye. On it.
Now they have
Sir.
tech fallback. Pike is already getting ready for
Good time.
evacuation.
What?
Maybe try to set a trap for them or take them out. We only have one final attack left. Let's try. Yeah, we don't really have line of sight now. We know that they are there and we could blind fire, but it would probably not be enough to kill them.
Yeah. Sir.
About time. Moving!
What?
Keep in mind the question mark means it was the last position that we saw them, so we could move in and then see that nobody is there anymore. Yeah, they have moved away. We will turn around and head out.
All right. Sir.
About time.
Armor detail on duty.
Yeah. Sir.
About time.
Acknowledged.
And that should be the end of the round. and the end of the mission.
Windshield wipers are clogged again.
What do we get? Smoke grenade. These can be quite useful if you are getting pinned or if you want to help a squad get out of a tight spot. We got a termite grenade, which is nice against vehicles, and outcast rags. The rags are pretty bad, but they give you a point of concealment. And if you want to min and max an early scout unit, they can be used for that. Yeah, no losses, but we also didn't really do very well here. We missed a lot of the objectives. But the alternative would have been to just go in blind and might have ended pretty badly. So, counterattack. Hostile units entering the target zone for 10 rounds. Yeah. Not much that we could afford on the black market. So, yeah, the only marker is down here, so, and these are most likely friendlies. So we will keep Reba in the center. And these here are watchtowers, they're little blue icons, and they give you a lot of extra line of sight. We'll give Lim the carbine again, because we need the extra range to defend. And in addition to that, we give him the RPG from the pirates. The reason for that is that on the counterattack missions, the pirates usually come in trucks. And just because there's an icon down here does not mean that we won't get attacked from here or from here. So Reba will be able to cover all of this. On this side we will have support from the friendly militia. And on this side I want to put Pike into one of the towers. And we will keep tech in this tower here on the side. Let's hope that it works.
We'll make this look easy.
Yeah, this here is Pike squad, and these guys are friendly. Oh wait. Yeah, I had it the other way around. These are the friendlies. Here's Pike squad. We have another friendly squad up here. They are all probably better armed than we are. And better armored too. So I hope they make themselves a bit useful.
Sir!
Okay, we're going to put Pike in this tower. Unfortunately, they are moving away from him.
What?
I would have preferred it if they stay in this tower and help them. Move the APC around. Face into this direction if something is coming up. And the goal of the mission is that we prevent the pirates from getting into the blue zone. And if too many of them get in and manage to gain a foothold there, then we will use progress in the mission bar and risk losing the mission.
These motherfuckers there.
So Tech is getting into that tower,
No time.
Lim is getting into the other one.
Repositioning. Movement.
This here should be a pretty strong position because Tech is a machine gun, Lim has the workshop RPG, so these two should be capable of dealing with anything that's coming around. Here's already the first of the small pirate technicals. These little trucks, they're pretty much the Toyota Hilux of the pirates, so to speak. They have pretty decent armor against light weapons, and they are used to ferry around specialized weapon teams like the pirate chain gunners you can see here. And later in the game there will also be armed versions of them, which usually come with a chain gun. Yeah. And from the other side comes the pirate truck.
Movement.
It looks like the militia is spotting everything. Ah yeah, another Toyota.
There. Movement.
They're coming right in. They brought in a flamethrower team, which is not problematic for our APC, but it could be very dangerous for these guns.
Orders, sir.
So the truck is in range of of our rocket launcher. I'm going to try and hit them.
Rocket free.
And we got them, and half the squad that was riding on it was also wiped out. The second attack will be used against the flamethrowers. We got them too.
Best of the best. Semper Fi.
Nice!
The
Rip
militia
them
help.
apart.
There's another truck coming from the north.
Sitrep, scavengers.
As you can also see, the little cloud symbol here signifies high ground, and that's the bonus that being in the watchtower gives you, which increases your view range, detection, weapon range, but it also makes you highly visible to anything that is coming in.
No time.
So Lim is going to try and hit them with the RPG. We missed, he tries again, and we damage the engine and the steering.
Enemy spotted. Orders.
Beginning of the next round, immediately try to go for them again, and we destroy them. A lot of the passengers survived though, but they are partly suppressed and one of the guys probably died. Now we finish them off.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
What?
So they will probably try to come around here and then unload the passengers into some kind of cover. But Tech and Lim should be able to deal with it. We keep Raver down here. another truck coming.
What?
You've been programmed to care about shit that doesn't matter. These motherfuckers
Yeah,
are
they're
gonna go.
completely in the open. It's not going well for them. We pin them. And we'll never go back.
We're good. Sir,
Orders?
Okay, they probably unloaded the passengers behind the building here. Cannot really do much about it. Instead, we'll have to take out these guys.
who, sir? Who, sir?
Oh yeah.
We got visual.
It's a typical pirate strategy that they love to crash their trucks straight into the end zone. But when you have something strong parked here, then it usually goes very bad for them.
Look at them, coward! Put down every dog!
The militia is helping.
Now, they got cover.
Keep in mind, even if they are pinned and have lost most of their guys, they can still, as you can see here, help with the capture. And so you have to take them out. You guys?
Sir,
Yep, Pike does not really have much to do in this area here.
Orders.
who, sir? Who, sir?
What's up? Orders.
Yeah, they won't be able to get into the zone from here because Lim has already suppressed them. But it's gonna take a while to completely wipe out the squad.
Up for it.
Another flamethrower team. They're in pretty good cover over here. Now they are.
Keep your eyes on this Marine.
Of course I could do it.
They're taking some fire here, but the watchtowers usually give relatively decent cover. Often it's easier to destroy the watchtower with some heavy ordnance. than engaging in a firefight with the soldiers in it. They have moved down here into a blind spot and cannot really reach them. So we will give fire support here.
They hiding. Why so hostile?
And we still have to endure for 4 more rounds.
Enemy spotted.
Who, sir?
What?
Okay, the NPCs are joining in, taking down that squad. Tech doesn't really have any way to damage them, but sometimes you can still get lucky and that a round goes through. Probably not with the carbine, but it has damaged the front armor a little bit.
They really hate us. Sir,
Yeah. Armor protection in the game is not absolute until you reach a certain amount of armor. So even if a bullet does not get through, there's always a small chance that it can do some damage. Someone on the Discord made a very useful table about it. It's worth checking it out.
Orders.
Keep these guys down. And the second round goes against them.
who, sir?
What?
This is going to be very deadly. I want to save some ammo, that's why I didn't immediately follow up with Raver. Might still need that.
I got him suppressed.
So Tech is going to keep these guys away from the zone.
Sir,
Orders.
let's get the hell out of here. Who, sir? Who, sir?
Orders.
Sir. Yeah. They gutless. Nah, they got cover.
With the trucks, it's the same thing as with the APC. They can function as cover for other squads. Yeah, these guys, they just want to get out of here.
What?
Could try to go down here. We only have one more round to go, so almost over anyway.
Sir.
Orders? Flag, order fixed.
What did we ever do to you?
Who, sir? Who, sir?
Yeah, no line of sight here. See if we can blow this thing up just for fun. Not quite. Started a small fire.
Put it on him! Yo, I got him suppressed!
Sir.
About time. About time. Pack it up. We are returning to the air.
And we are done. All objectives. No losses. We get scavenger suit, chain gun, another RPG, and some pirate assault rifles. So yeah, as you can see, Pike didn't really have much to do. Most of the damage was done by Lim and by Reva. Now we can choose what we get as mission reward. What do we have here? An R14 ARC. That would be a pretty good assault rifle upgrade. For long range engagements especially. The other one would be a crocodile, which is an anti-material rifle and very useful in the later game. Those things will help us a lot. I think at this point in the game where you don't have to face too much dangerous stuff yet, it will likely be the range model of the ARC that is better for us. So after every operation there will be some kind of mini-event. This time it's the guys from the Backbone, in the industrial planet. So, what does he want? Ten components. Components are what we need to upgrade our ship. To get 8 trust in return. 10 components isn't that much, so let's help them. And this also got us the first unlock. And we can take either supply drop, the rocket run, or the medivac. I'm not a big fan of either of the three. The rocket run can be easily replicated by that Stalin organ that you get from the pirate faction. The medivac can be useful if you really lose a squad leader in a position where you cannot get close with another squad to help them. The supply drop, it's only interesting if you make very heavy use of a certain weapon. Of the three, I would probably lean towards the supply drop, but I don't really plan to install it on our ship. Okay, what do we have here?
Already mingling with the locals, are we?
Ah, it's him.
I am sure your secretary will advise you otherwise. But take it from me. Be careful who you help out there, General Crozier. Sorry. Major... Whoever you are. End of line.
Yeah, he's our favorite warlord, always mocking us.
Major, we are not welcome in the way back. However, the Impetus is easily the fastest ship in the system. We have no political allegiances, and our Marines are an elite fighting force. Whether they like us or not, a faction refusing our assistance leaves them with the possibility that a more cooperative competitor might grow stronger. In time, all of these factions will be asking us for help lest they want to be left in the dust. As for Field Marshal Zama, do we need an intelligence report for someone who speaks to us so unintelligently? Let us resume the mission, Major, and let our results speak for themselves.
Okay, this concludes our first operation. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye bye.